You're alone in your car, or at least you think you are. The cabin feels quiet until you realize every second is being recorded, your route, your voice, even your heartbeat. Your car knows when you speed up, when you brake too late, and even when you're stressed. And in 2026, that data doesn't just stay inside your car, it gets sold. They call it smart mobility. But what if it's really surveillance on wheels? Today, we uncovering the 10 hidden car technologies that spy on you in 2026 and how they quietly turning drivers into data streams. Welcome back to Car Hacks and Money, the channel that helps you save cash, dodge scams, and stay smart behind the wheel. Every modern car promises safety, comfort, and personalization. But buried inside those features are chips, sensors, and apps that never stop collecting. Your car is now a smartphone on wheels, and just like your phone, it listens, learns, and leaks. What used to be mechanical is now digital, and digital means trackable. So let's plug in and expose the truth, one system at a time. Number 10, always-on voice assistants. Voice systems like, "Hey Mercedes," "Hey Ford," and "Hey Tesla" make driving easier, until you realize they never stop listening. In 2026, almost every new car includes a wake word assistant. To detect that wake word, the microphone must always be active. That means background conversations, music, and even private calls are captured in short audio loops. Manufacturers claim the data is deleted instantly, yet researchers have found that fragments are uploaded to train recognition models. In one study, Volkswagen SID Assistant retained voice clips to improve recognition quality and stored them on multiple cloud servers. The line between helpful and invasive has never been thinner. The best way to protect yourself is to disable in-car assistance in your settings and clear data after each trip through the companion app. Number 9. In-cabin cameras. Automakers say these cameras are for safety, to monitor attention and detect drowsiness. But who's watching the footage? Most 2026 vehicles now have inward-facing cameras to track driver behavior. And many of those cameras also record faces, gestures, and passengers. In 2024, Consumer Reports revealed that some automakers stored cabin footage to analyze user emotion for future AI systems, effectively creating facial emotion databases. Even if companies claim data never leaves the car, third-party integrations like insurance apps or fleet management tools often request access. The fix is simple. Cover the camera when not in use and opt out of any data sharing settings your car allows. Safety shouldn't come with surveillance. Number 8. Telematics data boxes. That little black module under your dashboard isn't as innocent as it looks. Originally designed for emergency crash detection, telematics now track far more: speed, acceleration, seatbelt use, braking, location, tire pressure, and more. According to a 2025 New York Times report, over 70% of cars in the U.S. transmit telematics data back to automakers every day. Some data is anonymized, but much of it can be traced back to individual drivers. Insurance companies use this data to build risk scores, quietly adjusting your premiums based on how you drive and when. A few late-night drives or hard stops, and your rates might climb without warning. To protect yourself, disable connected services when not needed and ask your insurer whether they purchase automaker telematics. They are legally required to disclose it. Number 7. Connected infotainment apps. Today's dashboards are app stores on wheels. You can stream Spotify, navigate with Google Maps, even scroll TikTok, all inside your car. But every time you log in, your data connects to multiple networks. Your playlists reveal your mood. Your routes reveal your habits, and your logins connect your digital identity to your vehicle. In 2025, a privacy watchdog discovered that infotainment systems from 6 automakers shared contact lists and message data with analytics partners for user profiling. Even worse, when drivers sold their cars, cached accounts often remained, leaving personal data exposed to the next owner. The solution: always perform a full factory reset before selling or servicing your car, and use guest mode whenever possible. Convenience shouldn't come at the cost of privacy. Number 6. Insurance trackers and plug-in devices. These small devices promise lower premiums if you drive safely, but they can become surveillance tools. Once plugged in, they record speed, braking, time of day, route history, and every location you visit. In 2025, an FTC brief found that several insurance companies sold aggregated driver movement data to marketing firms. Though names were removed, Movement patterns were unique enough to identify individuals. One driver from Boston reported receiving ads for coffee shops along his daily commute, despite never granting location permission to his phone, only through his safe drive tracker. The cheapest insurance often costs the most privacy. Before signing up for telematics-based coverage, ask your provider how long they store your data and request deletion once you leave the program. Most drivers never ask, but they should. Every feature we once saw as progress, voice assistants, in-cabin cameras, connected apps, insurance discounts, has evolved into a form of monitoring. Your car doesn't just take you places anymore. It records how you get there, what you listen to, and when you arrive. The automotive world calls it innovation, but for the modern driver, it's a growing trade-off between convenience and control. And we're only halfway through the list. Number 5. Data-hungry EV charging networks. Every time you plug in your electric vehicle, it's not just electricity flowing through the cable, it's information. Public chargers record your vehicle ID, battery health, GPS location, payment details, and the exact time of day you connect. Charging networks analyze this data to predict travel habits and energy demand, and many resell it to utilities and advertisers. In 2025, researchers discovered that one major charging provider was selling mobility heat maps that revealed commuter routes and charging times. Drivers never knowingly consented. They simply accepted the app's terms. Charging stations now know when you're home, how far you travel, and how often you drive. The best way to limit tracking is to use guest session charging or prepaid cards instead of signing up for full accounts. Simplicity is your shield. Number 4. Biometric driver profiles. Cars in 2026 recognize you the moment you enter. Fingerprint ignition, face unlock, even heart rate sensors built into the seat have become common. It's convenient until you realize your biometric templates are stored in automaker databases. A 2025 Stanford privacy audit found that several major brands retained fingerprint and facial data for cross-vehicle personalization, allowing their systems to recognize returning customers. The problem? You can't delete a fingerprint from a server. One California driver traded in his car only to receive login alerts months later. The new owner's system still recognized his face. Before selling, delete your driver profile completely. Never assume logging out is enough. Physical keys might feel old-fashioned, but they're safer. Number 3. Predictive driver behavior. Artificial intelligence doesn't just react anymore, it anticipates. Modern cars analyze your routes, moods, and speed patterns to predict where you'll go next. That's how they generate personalized suggestions, restaurants, charging stops, or even local deals. In 2026, one automaker tested an advertising program that displayed food promotions triggered by lunchtime drive patterns. On the surface, it seems harmless. But the same predictive models can expose deeply personal routines. Where you live, where your children go to school, and when you're usually away. Turn off predictive recommendations in your settings and disable smart learning features that study your routines. Predictive systems may make your commute smoother, but they make your life more transparent than you think. Number 2. Vehicle-to-cloud updates. The modern car updates itself like a phone. Every over-the-air update sends diagnostic logs, crash data, and system snapshots to the cloud. Automakers say this ensures reliability, but hidden in those packets is metadata about where, how, and when you drive. In 2025, a Freedom of Information request revealed that some EV manufacturers shared OTA data with analytics firms for performance optimization. You didn't just buy a car, you subscribed to a data stream. To minimize what gets uploaded, choose manual updates and review the data permissions listed in each release note. It takes a few extra minutes, but it keeps you in control of what leaves your car. Number 1. Automaker data brokerage. This is the part few people know about. Automakers are now full-scale data brokers. They collect driver information, package it, and sell it to advertisers, insurers, and urban planners. Mozilla's 2025 privacy report found that 84% of major car brands shared personal data with third parties. Some even admitted tracking sexual activity, health metrics, and precise GPS locations. You consented the moment you bought the car. The fine print in every connected services agreement transfers your driving data to the manufacturer. It's not theory, it's business. The car may be yours, but the data belongs to them. To fight back, you can submit a data deletion request. Most automakers are now legally required to honor these under US privacy laws. And if you lease, reset, and revoke consent every time you return the vehicle. Our grandparents worried about rust. We worry about privacy. Your car no longer breaks down, it logs in. And the most valuable thing it carries isn't you, it's your information. But awareness is armor. When you know how you're tracked, you can choose what to share, when to connect, and how to stay private. The new road isn't just paved with asphalt, it's lined with data. The future of driving depends on knowing who owns it. Drive smart. Drive private. And remember, your car might know everything about you, but knowledge puts you back in control. This has been Car Hacks and Money, where information isn't just power, it's protection.